Welcome, Pisces. Welcome to Sweet Tree of Life Tarot. Happy birthday, Pisces. This reading is for February 2023. Let's go ahead and read to see what the reading says this time around. So basically, this is in the shape of the Tree of Life. This is how the spread is, with the tree on the top. And then as we go down the branches, down to the root of the tree. Now right here, what you have the issue being is the Seven of Cups. So what this tells us is that you might be having trouble focusing, kind of maybe having all your energies kind of scattered and kind of dealing with too many things at the same time or too many options. So you're kind of not focused, maybe avoiding responsibilities a little bit because you can see how our head is in the clouds. So this kind of reminds you just you need a little bit more of refocusing in your priorities in order to kind of go back on track. So it means probably for some of you that you'll have to kind of ground yourselves a little more and kind of refocus in order to be able to fix this issue here. Let's see why this issue is existing. Right here we have the Death card, which is in the position of what's kind of driving you forward. It's basically letting us know that you're ready for endings and celebrating new beginnings. This is with the Death card. It's a transfer card also of transformation. So this is very indicative of a new path, a new beginning. Something's having to end in order to begin. So maybe that's why you're having trouble focusing for some of you. And then right here, what you have created is a Six of Pentacles. You have created a time of generosity, of being selfless. You know how she's giving the bone to the dogs, but she's also has to be able to not just give, but also receive. So you have to have that balance. It's about that balance of being able to give and receive, whether it be advice or in this case, maybe monetary because of being the pentacles, but it could also be advice that you're trying to give or receive from someone as well. So it's a very good reading so far. Right here in the number 4 position, we have the Page of Swords. The page, of course, is all about those messages that you have. As you can see, she's ready to, to use her quick wit, her talents and so forth. But right here, the message is, be vigilant and be prepared. So be ready to kind of be prepared to do anything that you have to do as far as making a choice soon or having to make some kind of movement, but with, of course, using intelligence and being prepared. But it is a card of being inquisitive and filled with ideas. So it looks like you have a lot of ideas kind of going around. Same, but it doesn't seem like you have focused with them. So this message is kind of just telling you, okay, so just kind of get a little bit more focused, get a little bit more prepared to make sure that you're ready for what's coming, because there's a new beginning that's coming, and it looks like something's ending in order to begin. Right here, and what you need to dissolve, we have the Justice card. Now, usually the Justice card does not mean revenge or anything like that. It usually means some kind of injustice, perhaps with the person in question. It looks like it might be, if it's your lover, it might be, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, it might be that it's someone that's a cup sign. So it could be the cups being water signs as well, like yourself. And it could be a Pisces, a Scorpio. And it could just kind of tell you that you probably have to kind of consider that there's a lot of things going on with your lover, where you're kind of having to make decisions of something ending, something beginning. So let's see what else unfolds. But as far as the Justice card, it also reminds you that maybe somebody's not being completely honest about an issue that's in hand. Or maybe somebody has been a subject of a rash decision based on selfish or being biased. But it looks like you're not being the selfish ones. It might be like, could be your partner, or it could be a business partner if it's work related. But usually, because it is, if you're considering it as a love reading here, which seems to be, it could be a lover that's kind of not acting the way they should act, or they're being dishonest in something, or maybe they just made a decision without really considering, considering your feelings. So let's continue right here to see what transpires here in the middle of the energy is the synergy card, which is in the in the section of beauty here in the Tree of Life. Is this synergy, meaning this energy is kind of a building from the other energies to become even a bigger energy. And we have a beautiful card, the Two of Cups. So it is radiating out lots of love and balance and happiness and that sharing. So it is possible that you are dealing with, of course, your lover boyfriend or girlfriend, dealing with them, husband or wife, and kind of having that balance and happiness and that sharing. That's usually pretty much the whole energy here. So, but there is a little bit maybe of a bit misunderstanding going on right now between both of you. But it is about developing those partnerships, with those similar souls. Or for some of you, it could just be a totally new relationship, since there is the death of something in the beginning of something. Or it could also be, non-romantic relationship. It could be a new friendship as well for some of you. Discovering that new friend, that's someone that kind of brings that joy and lightness and harmony into your life. So maybe that's what this is about as well for some of you. If you already have, a husband or a wife, or you're already in a committed relationship. For those that aren't in a committed relationship, it looks like maybe they are going through some changes, but there's definitely a misunderstanding here where there is a little bit of imbalance going on. And the victory position, we have the Ace of Wands. Now the Ace of Wands here, because it is in the victory position, it does tell me, it's a starting point. It's like a magic wand that you're holding on to, right? To light the path of your new ideas and those new adventures. So it's time to put those creative visions into actions, pretty much reminding you to do that in order to be victorious over the situation, which means you have to take some action with those new beginnings. It's all about transformation and new beginnings. So this is a really positive reading. So it could be maybe clearing up that misunderstanding, that imbalance in your relationship in order to make it grow and have it enter maybe even a new type of stage. And if not, for some of you that have ended a relationship, maybe a new beginning with someone else, or even, like I said, a new friendship, or even a relationship with yourself, getting to know yourself again. That's really important too, in order to get that balance in your life and that healing going on. Now, right here in the 8th position, we have what's called the 5 of Pentacles. But right now, because it is in the position of what you want, you obviously want the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, which is a return to employment for some of you, a return to that financial stability, and for some of you, even emotional stability or security, where you're feeling that imbalance kind of disappear, or kind of, turned around, and make sure that it's balanced again. Some of you, there's also an improvement in your health. So maybe some of you were suffering from some health issues. So it's kind of saying, okay, there's, you want, this is what you're seeking. You're kind of wanting that health back. So make sure you seek your doctor, a licensed professional that to help you, whether it be mental health or emotional health that you might be going through or needing at this time. And for some of you, it is actually financial health, maybe re-employment, especially after the rough time everybody's had of late. Now, right here in the number 9 position, we have the 3 of Wands. This is kind of like basically the trunk of the tree, right? So this tells me how others see you or how you look at yourself. Now, this is definitely the card of exploration, adventure, visions, endless possibilities, and foresight. So you can see she's kind of waiting there, looking out into the water, sitting up here on a tree, just kind of waiting to see what kind of rewards are coming, because she's been working so hard, so diligently, with such passion, that she knows where to see what rewards are coming her way. Okay, right here in the number 10 position, basically what's radiating out is a Judgment card. This is a balance. You can tell the balance of this key with the heart and the feather, where you want to become light, your heart as lighter than a feather, in order to kind of transcend to the next level of that transformation, that renewal. So it is definitely a card of rebirth. Okay, a time to leave the past behind, along with any guilt or grievances. So kind of letting any grudges go in order to make amends and just kind of have peace and move forward. So for some of you, also from what I can see here, if there is that imbalance, or if there was that kind of dishonesty right here, it could have been that they were dealing with maybe the 3 of Wands representing here, not just what it regularly does, but for some of you, a third party could have been involved here, especially with the Lovers card being here, and you feeling kind of emotionally maybe left out in the cold. For some of you, it might indicate that, but for others of you, it might indicate just regaining that balance in order to keep this love going, and kind of clearing up these misunderstandings, and not being, having that selfishness involved in here, because you yourself have created an area at home where you feel like, or an environment where you are not selfish. But there's definitely a lot of consideration here about transformation, looking within, and kind of, counting in your faith, kind of looking inside, reflecting a little bit, because there are a lot of cards here showing transformation, judgment, justice, a lot of balance. So right here is showing me that the issue is you're kind of not focused on it because maybe so much is going on. You can't kind of make those decisions and starting off on that swift kind of like the swords coming in saying, hey, there's just a quick message coming through. You got to be ready for whatever needs to be done, whether it's you decide one way or the other. So there's definitely that focus that has to be present. Right here we have what is considered the column of severity. This is considered the column of mercy. And here we have the column of harmony. So as you go back up the column of harmony, sometimes it gives you a different perspective of your situation, and hopefully a positive one if you haven't caught on to a positive kind of reflection on your situation as of yet. So right here, of course, you have the judgment card where you're trying to make your heart light as a feather, letting things go, transforming. You have that death card over here, same thing with a transformation. Right here, you're kind of awaiting the rewards that are coming. Right here, some of you are regaining employment, regaining health. Obviously, if there is a health issue, see a doctor. But definitely, it's like indicating for some of you that feeling of not feeling lost and abandoned and being left out in the cold. And it could be literally, or it could be just figuratively speaking here with maybe a third party involvement here, or maybe just a dishonesty or imbalance, a little bit of selfish from your partner here as well. So it could be, like I said, it could be a water sign, which is like yourself, Pisces, or it could be Scorpio or Cancer. So please, just look at those other readings if you have them in your chart for other signs to kind of give you a little better understanding, a clearer picture of what's going on with you. And of course, you have this, ideas, a lot of filled with a lot of ideas, a lot of quick wit coming through here. You're very smart, very intelligent, and obviously you're a giver, and you just have to make sure that you're not dealing with somebody that's just taking all the time, and hopefully seeking that transformation by either ending something in order to begin something new, whether it be a new understanding of the relationship you're in, or ending a relationship, or just kind of transforming yourself into kind of looking into yourself deeper, being more reflective and seeing what you need to do so that you can then focus and make a decision that you need to make. Hopefully this reading has given you a better understanding of your situation and a more positive view, with a positive way of looking at it. I hope that you're here next month. If you want me to continue making these readings for next month, please go ahead and subscribe. I do have a free reading that I'm going to be giving out next month to anybody that subscribes. If for some reason your subscription is private, where I can't tell who you are, then you can just email me at sweettreeoflife@gmail.com, and I will be able to enter you into that raffle for next month. And of course, thank you for joining me today. Please go ahead and like and share also if you feel somebody that is in a similar situation might also benefit from this reading. Thank you very much for being here tonight, and I wish you a very beautiful month of February, filled with lots of love, and of course, as always, sending you lots of light, love, and peace in your path. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.